Very good morning, everyone. Today we will see the single quadrant or first quadrant chopper. This is also called as class A chopper. Class A chopper or single quadrant, or we can say first quadrant chopper operation with the help of DC separately excited as well as the DC series motors. Both the motors I will discuss here itself. And you can see this is the circuit diagram of single quadrant chopper, and which is connected by a separately excited DC motor. You can see the motor winding, armature winding is LA, resistance, armature resistance is RA, and the back EMF is EB, and the field winding is separately excited, and this is the field winding having RF and LF as a field resistance and armature, the field inductance, and the current through this field is IF. So this is a separately excited DC motor, and the circuit, this circuit diagram consists of a single thyristor, which is T1, and a freewheeling diode in order to get the continuous current operation. This freewheeling diode helps the circuit to run under continuous current operation. And this circuit is also called as a step down chopper or a buck chopper. You can see the same circuit. You have seen the operation in the chopper's part in your power electronics subject. So this is more or less the same circuit. Here the load is different. The load is a motor, separately excited motor. This one. Okay. Now comes to its operation. Only a single switch thyristor T1 is used here. So only two possibilities. When thyristor T1 is in on condition, that is the first possibility, and the second possibility is when the thyristor T1 is off. So these are the two possibilities. The operation is very simple because we are having a single switch here. So if we turn on this thyristor T1, and the supply voltage, which is VDC or EDC, notation is your convenient, E or V, you can represent any. So from the supply, the current will flow through this thyristor because this thyristor is turned on. So through this thyristor, through the motor inductance, resistance, and the back EMF, which means through the motor armature terminals and feedbacks to the supply negative terminal. See, this is a chopper circuit. Choppers means it will take a DC as the input and gives DC as the output. But the output DC can be regulated. So choppers are DC to DC converters with the regulated supply. Okay, so the input side we are having a DC, and output side a DC motor is acting as a load. So this chopper circuit will regulate the input DC supply and feeds this motor. So in the first condition, when this thyristor is turned on, then this voltage is applied across the motor terminals directly, and the current direction is from positive terminal of the supply to the thyristor T1, thyristor T1 to the inductive armature inductive winding LA, and armature resistance RA, and the motor back EMF EB through the negative winding, negative supply. Okay, this is how the current direction when the switch is turned on condition. And if the switch is turned off, which means the second condition, if the switch is turned off, then the supply is disconnected because this is open circuit. This will become open circuit, so there is no current flow through this switch. So the supply is open circuited from the motor. Now this freewheeling diode will become forward bias uh, because of this inductive energy. This inductive energy circulates the current. I'm sorry. So this inductive energy circulates its energy as a current through the motor terminals, which is also flows through the diode and completes its path. So inductance delivers or distributes its energy through the motor terminals via freewheeling diode. So the current direction will be LA to RA, RA to EB, EB to freewheeling diode, and it will comes back. So we are considering a continuous current operation. So this freewheeling action will continue until the thyristor T1 turns on again. So after a few seconds, or after little time, this thyristor T1 again turned on. Again the current will flow from the DC supply terminals through the motor and comes back to supply negative terminal. So when thyristor turned on, then the supply gives the current to the motor like this. When the thyristor turned off, then this freewheeling action will take place via this freewheeling diode, which is done by this armature inductive winding. So very simple operation, only two modes: thyristor turn on mode and thyristor turn off mode. So you can see we have seen a positive voltage and a positive current. In the first mode, the voltage is positive. In the second mode, which means when the thyristor is turned off, there is no supply is given to the motor terminals. The input supply is disconnected to the motor terminal. So only we have seen the positive supply across the motor and the positive current, because you can see both the current directions are the same. So both are positive. When the voltage and current are positive, we will achieve the first quadrant operation. So this is how the first quadrant operation will be achieved. If you see the waveforms for the same operation, these are the waveforms given for the operation. This first waveform shows the gate pulse. So this gate pulse is given to the thyristor. So for this particular time, the thyristor is turned on. See, so this is the turn on duration. And this is the turn off duration of the thyristor. So the thyristor, in this duration, the thyristor is turned off. So the total time period for a single cycle is nothing but T on plus T off. T on plus T off is a single cycle which represents T. That means the total time period for a single cycle. So this is the single cycle, and this cycle is going to repeat again and again. Okay. So this is the gate pulse signal, and you can see this is the armature current of the motor. So when the thyristor is turned on, that means the supply, the DC supply is giving the current to the motor terminal. So the current will rise from the minimum value to its maximum value. At this point, we are turning off. We are keeping the thyristor turned off. That means the supply current is disconnected from the motor terminals. So that means the inductive armature inductance, all of you please be in mute, some disturbance is coming. So this armature inductance, when the thyristor is turned off, then this armature inductor distributes its energy. So that means the current will decrease like this. And for the next cycle from here, the thyristor again turned on. So the current rises and decays, rises, decays. So this is the armature current of the motor when the thyristor is turned on and off.
ఎప్పుడో చెప్పినారా వీడికి వదిలేస్తా అని నాకు సెకండ్ ఇయర్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు వీడు చెప్తున్నాడు
243.
నాకు ఏమర్థం తెలుసారు ఇక్కడ టైం అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఆ 4 years దాంట్లో పెడితే ఆ 4 years దాంట్లో మనకు ఏదో ఒక ఉపయోగం ఉండాలి, లేదంటే అది పెట్టి వేసి.
Sorry for the disturbance. Right. So this is armature current waveform, and the next one is the voltage across the motor. This is the voltage across the motor, and this point is EDC. When the thyristor is turned on, then directly the supply voltage, which is EDC, that will appear across the motor terminals. So directly VDC will be given, VDC will be applied to the motor terminals. So this magnitude is VDC. When the thyristor is turned off, this is turn off duration. So when the thyristor is turned off, then there is no supply is giving, there is no supply is connected to the motor. So during this period, the the average voltage, means the EA voltage, which is across the motor terminals, will be 0 here. If you calculate the average voltage for a single cycle, that means for the on time period as well as for the off time period, the average voltage of a single cycle, you will get a DC value which is like this. I am plotting the average output voltage of the chopper circuit. So this will be the average output voltage. See, this is the on time period voltage, and this is off time period voltage, where in the off time period the voltage will not be applied across the armature terminals, which means the voltage is 0 for this duration, and the voltage is EDC, which means the input supply value for this duration. If you average the complete time period, so for a particular time period T, we will get this red line as the output voltage. We can say V naught or E naught, or we can say average, V average or E average. So this is the average output voltage across the motor terminals. And if you want to plot the average current also, because this is armature current which is fluctuating between minimum value to the maximum value, if we consider the average value, then the average current will be, sorry, like this. So this red line represents the average, red dotted line represents the average current here, and here also the red dotted line represents the average voltage across the motor terminals. Okay, so this is I average, right? So these are the output waveforms for the chopper circuit which is operating in first quadrant, right? And next we will see the average equation, how we can calculate this average equation and the average output. Let's see. See, we know EA is to calculate the average voltage, we know the formula 1 by T integral 0 to T function of T dt. From electrical circuits, we know the average equation. So the same here, the total time period is 1 by T, and the 0 to t on is the on time period. So during this on time period only we have achieved the output voltage. In the t off duration, the output is 0. So that is the reason why here I have chosen the limit from 0 to t on. And the function is EDC, because when the thyristor is turned on, then this EDC is directly connected to the motor terminals. So that is the reason why previously I have told you this magnitude is the input voltage magnitude. So I have taken as EDC. So you can integrate this, you will get EDC is a constant value because this is a DC supply. This is a DC supply, so EDC is a constant value. So if you integrate EDC dt, then integral dt will become a t. So EDC by t into t, where the limits are 0 from t on. If you substitute the limits, you will get the average voltage across this motor terminals EA is t on by t into EDC. T on by t into EDC, the similar expression that you have seen in your step down chopper circuit also. So where this T on by T written as delta or D also, capital D or small d, capital D or small d, called as a duty ratio or duty cycle. Duty ratio or duty cycle. So the final expression to calculate the average value is EA is equal to delta EDC, or you can simply use D also, capital D or small d, any D you can use, but you need to mention that what is D or what is delta. Delta or D is a duty ratio or duty cycle. So duty ratio is our operator here. In the previous rectifier circuits, we have seen alpha or the firing angle is the operator there. Here, duty ratio is the operator, or with the help of duty ratio only, we can regulate or we can control the average value, which is given across the motor terminals. Okay, this average value can be controlled with the help of this duty cycle or duty ratio for a fixed input voltage, right? And next we will see the torque speed expressions. We know that is a separately excited motor, so VA is equal to IARA plus EB, where EB is the back EMF. We can write the back EMF for separately excited DC motor as KA phi omega m, where omega m is the speed, phi is the flux, K is the constant. Similarly, we know the torque is KA phi IA. So IA is the armature current, phi is the flux, K is the constant. So using these expressions, substitute EB here, and we know what is a VA. VA is nothing but EA. You can use VA or EA, any of the notation. Both are same. EA or VA, both are same. So substitute there and simplify. You will get omega is equal to delta EDC by K minus RA into torque by K square. K means here I simply chosen K as Ka into phi. Here we will get the Ka phi values. So simply I replace the Ka phi as K. So this is the final speed torque expression, simple expression. We can simply derive using these expressions, substituting here, you'll get omega and speed torque relation. Here also you can see omega and torque both are directly proportional with the negative slope. Omega is directly proportional to minus tau or minus t. See here, minus term for the torque. So that means the curves are linearly decaying. The curves are linearly decaying. Okay, and this speed depends upon this delta value also. This delta, when this delta is high, then speed is high. when delta is goes down, then speed also goes down. So this is for this waveform, the delta value is minimum. For this, the delta value is better, and for this, the delta value is more. Means when you comes down, when you decrease the delta value, then automatically the speed will comes down, because you can see omega is directly proportional to the delta. So if you want to increase the speed, then we need to increase the duty cycle. So this is about the speed torque characteristics of a single or first quadrant chopper, which is also called as class A chopper, buck chopper, or step down chopper, anything. Motoring chopper also, because first quadrant operation is the motoring operation. So motoring chopper also we say. So the T is characteristic for separately excited DC motor. The DC motor is the separately excited. For the same circuit, if we apply for the series DC motor, so see, this is a circuit diagram. Speed torque expression will change. Yes, I'll share the screen again. Right. Right. See, this is the first quadrant chopper with the DC series motor. You can see there is no separately excited winding, which is included with the armature only, connected in series with the armature only. So the total resistance, which is RA plus RF, and the total inductance will become LA plus LF, and the motor back EMF will be EB. And the circuit is same. See, a single thyristor and a freewheeling diode. We are giving a DC supply here. So the operation is very much same, very much similar to the separately excited DC motor. Here also, when the thyristor T1 is on and the thyristor T1 is off, and the freewheeling action will take place with this freewheeling diode. So the operation is same. So these waveforms and the explanation, operation and the waveforms, everything will be same for the separately excited DC motor as well as series DC motor. Only the change is in the speed torque characteristics. This average equation also same, because the circuit is same. The circuit is same, only we are changing this load. So the average voltage equation for the series motor is also same. So this is same for the separately excited DC motor and for the series DC motor. That is the reason why I have kept the heading as a single quadrant chopper for the DC separately excited and DC series motors. Operation is same, waveforms are same, the average equation will be the same. The only difference is the torque speed characteristics. Because here in the series machine, the torque is directly proportional to the square of the armature current. We know. So TA is equal to KF into IA square. And we know what is EB. We can substitute the EB here. And EA is the average equation, which is delta into EDC. EA is a delta into EDC, which we have seen just now. Because the circuit is same, so the expression of average voltage will be same. So EA is delta into EDC. And we know the torque is KAF into IA square, because this is a DC series motor. So for DC series motor, the torque expression will be like this. And EB also we know. Now substitute EB and IA from this expression in terms of torque and simplify. You will get the torque speed relationship as T is equal to in terms of speed, like this. If you plot the characteristics, then the characteristics will be like this. So these waveforms, this is a quadratic expression. So these characteristics are like more or like parabolic shape, very nearer to parabolic shape. I can draw it clearly. So this is how the speed torque characteristics will be, and the delta here, the delta value is also affecting. If the delta is more, then the speed is more, because this delta here, which is also proportional to the speed, and here the speed is written here in terms of torque, it is shown, but based on the delta value, for the higher value of delta the speed will be high, for lower value of the delta the speed will be comes down, which we seen in the separately excited DC motor also. Okay, so only the torque speed expressions will be different, and the construction of the circuit will be different. So in the construction, we will write RA plus RF in the place of RA, LA plus LF in the place of LA when compared with the separately excited DC motor, because this is a DC series load, DC series motor load, and the circuit is same. So we will get the same operation, the same waveforms, and the same average voltage expression, but different speed torque relation and different speed torque characteristics. There the speed torque characteristics are linear, decaying linear, but here these curves are very similar to parabolic shape because it is a quadratic expression. So these curves looks like parabolic shape. Okay, so this is about single quadrant chopper or class A chopper fed separately excited and DC separately excited and DC series motors. Thank you.